So in the last video I showed you how to create a series of shapes using the shape tool to create a hexagon pattern. And as you can see here, I've rearranged them in kind of a more pleasing form. The next thing I need to do is I need to rotate these to create the final location for my logo. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the select menu and go to select all. And this is going to select everything in my document. And then using my selection tool over in my toolbar, I can use this bounding box that is surrounding my shapes to simply rotate these. To do this, I'm going to hover over the outside edge of one of the corners and it gives me a rotate symbol. Then I click and rotate these until I have what appears to be straight on its side, and that gives me the final look for my shape. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to create a cube shape out of the center shape. To do this, I'm going to use the line segment tool over my toolbar. The line segment tool is a simple tool to use. Click and drag and it will draw a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the top of my shape, click and pull down, and if I hold my shift key it'll give me a straight line. I won't have to worry about it moving back and forth. So I draw out my first straight line, and then I'm just going to eyeball my two additional sides. Then to transform this center line, I'm going to go back to my selection tool, grab that center line and drag it down until I have what looks like a cube. Now this is a really good place to stop. If you want to have a logo that looks like this, you're finished. You have your look. But we're going to take this one step further. I want to take one of my additional shapes that I have over here in my artwork and I want to add this to the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shape and then I'm going to duplicate it. Now a very simple way to duplicate instead of using copy and paste is to hold down the Alt key on PC or the Option key on the Mac, and I can get a set of double arrows, and when I drag holding down that Alt or Option key I get another symbol. Now it ended up behind, so I'm going to go to Object, Arrange, and just tell it to bring to front, and that's going to pull it right in front. So now I have what looks like a shape with a hole in the middle of it. And that's again another really good design. So this is what we're going to use to start with. This is really cool. I like this. And we're going to go from here and add some color to this shape. Now the colors that I'm going to use, I'm going to start by using existing swatches over in my document. So on the right hand side I have my swatches panel and I have some pre-existing swatches. To add a swatch to a shape, simply click on the shape and click on a swatch and it will add that swatch color to the fill. So I'm going to start with just basic cyan and some other colors to just kind of rotate around. I'm going to stick with the blue hues with this. Now eventually I'm going to run out of different kinds of blue, so I can also come up to my color panel and use the color sliders. Now if you don't see your color sliders when you come up to your color panel, simply go to the drop down menu on the upper right corner and tell it to show options and it will bring up your color sliders. So I'm going to come through and I'm going to use a cyan color slider and just create different shades of cyan for the rest of my hexagons. And as you can see very quickly, you're adding different shades of cyan to your artwork.